Hello students. Now as you all know that schools around the country have closed because of COVID-19. You must have heard in the news through your parents that COVID-19 is a deadly virus which does not have a vaccine, and if you get COVID-19 the results can be very dangerous. You can even die. So we as Fijian citizens, we as a country, we need to work together to fight against COVID-19. One of the most simplest step and the most important thing that we need to do is to make sure that our hands are clean and safe. Clean hands will make sure that you do not get COVID-19. So, what we will be doing today is practice the 8 steps of hand washing. Right? So before we move on to the 8 steps, here are some of the things that we will need. First is a soap. If you have a hand wash, you can use a hand wash, a jar of water, and a basin. Now, here are the 8 steps required for hand washing. The first step is you need to wet your hands, right? The first step will be to wet your hands. The second step is to apply soap on your hands or the hand wash. You can either use soap or hand wash and you apply it on your hands. The third step is to spread the soap all over. The third step is to spread and lather over the back of the hands. You spread the soap at the back of your hands. The fourth step is to make sure that the soap gets in between your fingers, right? It gets in between your fingers. The fifth step is to make sure that you grip the fingers on each hand, right? The sixth step is to pay particular attention to the thumbs. We need to clean our thumbs. The seventh step is to press fingertips into the palm of each hand. And the last step is to dry thoroughly with a clean towel. When we follow these 8 steps of hand washing, we ensure that we are protected and safe against COVID-19. Now, for all of you guys at home, all of you children at home, you can ask your mom, your dad, your elder brother, your elder sister, or someone to come and help you out with this activity. At the beginning of this video, I showed you some of the things that we will need. A hand wash. If you do not have a hand wash, you can use a soap, a basin, and a jar of water. So today here, I have one of my friends who will come and assist me with this hand washing program. Now, let's go over the first step. The first step is to wet hands under running water. So, the first step, you wet your hands with water. Right. The second step, you use the soap or the hand wash, right? The second step says apply soap and rub palms together to ensure complete coverage. So what you will do is, using the soap or the hand wash, you try to rub your hands together to cover all the areas of hand. Try to scrub it nicely. Now let's go to the third step. It says spread the leather over the back of the hands. So this is what it means. You have to scrub the back of your hands, right? Both sides. Make sure that the back of your hands are scrubbed properly. Now the fourth step is to make sure the soap gets in between your fingers, right? So this is what it means. The soap has to go in between your fingers. Now just remember, germs are very tiny. so it can be spread throughout your hands. So you have to make sure that you scrub all the areas of your hand. So let's go in between the fingers. The next step is grip the fingers on each hand. This is what it says. You have to grip your fingers and rub. The next step is pay particular attention to your thumbs. Right. So you grab hold of your thumb and you scrub. Right. Scrub the first side and scrub the other thumb. The next step, which is step number 7. Step number 7, press fingertips into the palm of each hand. Right? The fingertips. You rub your fingertips on the palm of your hands. First side, change. Now rub the other fingertips. And then you will, the last step, just check that you have washed, all the areas are covered, right? And then you will ask your mom, your dad, or your elder siblings to help you to wash your hands again. After you are done, use a tissue or a clean hand towel to wipe your hands. Right, now students, when your hands are dry, it will be clean, free from germs, and you are helping your family, your community, and your country to fight against COVID-19. Now here are some of the tips to stop the spread of coronavirus or COVID-19. The first one is to always wash your hands, which we just did, right? The second tip is to stop touching your face. Do not touch your face, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your nose. Do not touch them. The third one, if you're coughing or if you're sneezing, always use a handkerchief or a tissue. If you do not have a handkerchief or a tissue, always cough and sneeze on your elbow, right? If you're coughing or sneezing and you do not have a handkerchief or a tissue, you cough on your elbow, so that the germs that comes out of your mouth stays here on your cloth. And then in the afternoon, when you go change your clothes, after washing your clothes, the germs will just dry. The fourth tip is to please stay home. Now, this is a request from us here to all of your children to please stay home with your parents so that you do not catch COVID-19 and get sick. And the last one, the last tip is to avoid, the last step is to stay away from your family members. If you are seated on, if you are playing with your smaller brothers or sisters, please make sure that you have a 1 meter gap, 1 to 2 meters gap between you. That's what we call social distancing. Now, why should we have this gap? So that if your brother coughs or sneezes, right, the germs, they don't come to you. So if there is enough gap, you will be safe. So these are some of the tips as to how we can prevent the spread of COVID-19. Thank you.